So wrongful death cases, as we've discussed in other videos, are cases of personal injury where the person has actually passed away and the family is generally looking for answers. Many times this comes about in a medical malpractice context, but wrongful death also happens obviously in car wreck cases. Either way, if you have a wrongful death case in Florida, the very first step in the process doesn't even involve the same part of the courthouse as where the case will be pending. And that's because in Florida, in order for you to bring a personal injury action, and in order for a personal injury lawyer to even be legally hired, there has to be a personal representative of the estate set up so that the personal representative can actually execute the contract. And that is a legal process that has to go through the probate court for the county where the person lived before they passed away. And so a lot of people talk about, all right, well, what is the first step in a wrongful death lawsuit? Well, the first step in a wrongful death lawsuit is actually getting the probate court to nominate or declare who is going to be the personal representative of the estate of the person that's deceased. We have a probate lawyer here at Zarzaur Law that we use for all of our wrongful death cases. And the probate lawyer will actually, depending on what county it is, will actually walk the paperwork. Now it's electronic, but send the paperwork off to the probate court. And depending on what county it is, it can take as long as a month or as short as 3 or 4 days to get the personal representative nominated. There's a lot of factors that go into who the personal representative is legally under the law. Obviously, if somebody dies with a will, the wills all have a place for you as a person filling out the will to nominate a personal representative for your estate. Those are some of the easiest things for the probate court to handle because the person that passed away has actually chosen the personal representative for their estate. But most of the time, people die without wills. A large majority of the time, people die without wills. And in that circumstance, the probate court has to go through the motions. Even if they know the person has a next of kin, like a surviving spouse, the court still has to go through the motions to make sure there's not going to be any challenges to that particular person serving as the personal representative. Some may think the personal representative has something to gain from the case. No. In Florida, the personal representative can be a survivor that actually gains from the case if there's a recovery. But many times the personal representative is not even a survivor under the law and can't legally gain anything from the case. So they're basically just a figurehead for the case. And I think a lot of people misunderstand that because a lot of people think, oh, the personal representative is actually the plaintiff in the case and the person that's going to benefit from the eventual recovery in the case, and that's not the case at all. The personal representative in Florida is just a figurehead for the case. Sometimes the personal representative is also a survivor under the wrongful death statute and does participate in the eventual award of damages, but many times they're not. So to answer the question, what is the first step in the wrongful death process, the wrongful death lawsuit process? Well, the first step is the probate process that we guide you through, that the firm actually funds. We fund that process by way of paying for it as part of the cost of the case. And we make sure that the probate lawyer knows what they're doing and we get the personal representative named very quickly so we can get the case moving. If you have other questions about wrongful death cases or any personal injury cases, you can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.